What up, everybody? It's your boy Young Fizz, aka Mr.Dopestatus on Instagram, and welcome back to another tutorial. So today we are back inside the machine, and I'm going to be showing you guys my workflow with samples inside the machine. So this is basically going to be me creating a quick beat inside the machine, but showing you guys exactly my workflow. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please do not forget to turn on the bell notifications so whenever I drop a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into today's tutorial, which is working with samples inside of the machine. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is load my samples. I'm gonna go up here to my magnifying glass, click that. I'm gonna be working on the files here, and then I'm just gonna go and load this drum loop here. So these are just YouTube samples I grabbed off of YouTube for this tutorial here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and load one of them just by clicking and dragging slot number 1. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hit S on my keyboard. And that's going to take me to my sample window. And you want to make sure you're on edit. All right. So now I see a bunch of just stuff that I don't need. So I'm just going to go ahead and truncate some of this here. So I'm just going to take this endpoint and I'm going to drag it before maybe like right around here. And I'm going to click truncate. And that's just going to get rid of all the extra audio that I don't need there. All right. So now let me go ahead and play what I have. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and play to listen, and we're gonna chop off more of what we don't need here. So maybe around 4 is gonna be my starting point, and then my end point, I believe, was right around the 7 mark here. Maybe like right around here. So let me just play this right here. And we can get precise with it. I'm just going to zoom in and we're going to go ahead and scoot this forward here by a lot, actually. Let's see here. Play it one more time. And I'm going to zoom in right here and we're going to spread it all the way until it barely hits before the next note here. So maybe like right around here should be good. Perfect. So now I want to go ahead and hit truncate. Now I can just see my audio that I'm working with. All right. So the next thing I want to go ahead and do is go ahead and hit S. That's going to take me back to my other window here, pattern editor. And we're just going to drag this for 1 bar. And I believe it's going to be right here. So we're going to set this for 1 bar. Now let me go ahead and take a listen with my metronome on. Uh-oh, it's sounding terrible. Okay, so easy fix. So we want to come up here, change the polyphony to 1, go to pitch envelope, ADSR, make sure it's right there. Perfect. Now let's take a listen. Oh no, it's still sounding horrible. What is going on? Well, that's because we have not time stretched the sample. And that's exactly what I want to show you guys how to do is time stretch the sample. All right, so easy enough. Check this out. Go ahead and hit S on the keyboard. And now we want to go to stretch. All right. So right now it's saying the original BPM, which is down here, the source BPM is 85.9. Well, I don't want it to be 85.9, but let me just go ahead and say 85.9 for now and just see what happens. 85.9. So now it should be in time since it's 85.9. So Maschine has just calculated this and said it was 85.9 and it's correct. Well, guess what? I don't want it to be 85.9. I want it to actually be 86. So I'm just going to cancel this here, go up to my BPM and type in 86. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and time stretch this. So let's go ahead and hit stretch again. Source BPM 85.9, new BPM 86, and then it's at a length of 1 bar. All right. So we're going to go ahead and click apply. Now we have time stretched it to 86 BPMs. All right. So now I'm going to click out of that. It should be 86. I don't know why I put 80, whatever I put. All right, so now it is in time. Perfect. All right, so it's at 86. Everything is sounding good. Let me just make sure this got translated right. And new BPM should be 86. all cool. All right. So like I said, this is all real time. I didn't do no type of rehearsal here. So this is all real time for you guys. So I'm gonna go back up to my magnifying glass here, and then we're gonna go ahead and load this other sample. I'm gonna go ahead and load that to slot number 2. And then I'm just gonna turn that on, close that out, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. So I'm just gonna load up this sample here and see what happens. Let's take a listen. Okay, that's all I really need there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same process, truncate it, maybe until like right here. Let's go ahead and truncate that. Get a little bit more precise here. Bam. All right, so check this out. That's all I really need. So I'm gonna go ahead and truncate this one more time, maybe to the end of right there. All right, so perfect. So now we're going to go through the same process. So go down to stretch, and then we're going to obtain some information from the sample. So right now it's saying it's at 81.4, and we want it to be 86, and it's 2 bars. I'm not sure if it's 2 bars, so I wasn't paying attention, but let me just go ahead and click apply and see what happens. So yes, it was 2 bars, so I can definitely go ahead and stretch this out if I want to. Let's make it 2 bars. I can copy and paste this since it should all be the same, and then drag this one a little bit further. All right, so that's pretty much how I work inside of the Maschine as far as sampling wise. Now, let's go ahead and take it a step further. Now, this is how I normally kind of sample it inside a Maschine. So let's just say, for example, we have the drum loop here, right? And we're going to go ahead and slice it up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my slice tool here. So hit S, and we're going to go to slice. And now I want to basically just kind of map out my samples. So in the mode, I'm going to select, let's just say detect. And detect is basically going to select the transients here. And so the really cool thing I really wanted to show you guys with this tutorial is that you can take this sample right here and drag it right onto an empty sound slot. So I can take it and drag to sound slot number 3 and then turn it on. And then now that's the sample there. So I can go look for my next sample, drag it right there. Bam, number 4. Turn it on. Number 5. Perfect. All right. So, and I can do the same thing with the other sample here. So let's just say I'm working with the audio here. We're going to go to slice, and I'm going to select our mode here. And let's just say, so now I want that to be 6 and 7 right here. So 6 and 7, drag that in there, turn these on. All right, so I'm gonna program my notes here. Let's go ahead and silence these here. So right here, right here. All right, perfect. So now I can go ahead and turn on my loop again. Or I can just use my samples here. So the cool thing is that I put these on different tracks, so I can go ahead and do is go to my mixer window and I can go ahead and pan these left to right. And that's pretty much my workflow inside a Maschine when it comes to samples. So I hope you guys found this tutorial to be valuable. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the bell notifications. Also, if you guys are looking to get more out of the Maschine, click the link in the description box below. It's the first link in the description box below, which is a link to my Maschine course. So your boy Young Fizz, aka Mr. Dope Status. We will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and we out.